Richard Voss had rehearsed the moment for weeks. He sat confidently beside his expensive attorney, wearing the navy suit Amara herself had once helped him choose for board meetings. Every movement suggested complete control. His lawyer organized the folders across the table while Richard's younger girlfriend sat quietly behind him with a satisfied smile. Across the courtroom, Amara sat alone in a simple gray dress. No designer handbag. No large legal team. Just a leather folder resting calmly in her lap. Richard almost laughed when the hearing began. His attorney stood immediately. "Your Honor," he began smoothly. "My client built Vanguard Logistics through decades of hard work. Mrs. Voss chose not to pursue a career and contributed nothing financially to the business. We believe our settlement offer is more than generous." The lawyer confidently requested that Richard receive full ownership of the company, the family mansion, and nearly every major asset. Amara remained silent. Richard mistook her calm expression for surrender. When it became his turn to speak, he stood confidently. "She's just a housewife," he declared while pointing toward her. "She hasn't earned a single dollar for this family in 30 years. Several people in the gallery exchanged quiet smiles. Richard looked pleased with himself. "You supported me because I allowed it," he continued. "Without me, you'd have nothing." Amara didn't react. She simply folded her hands. Richard leaned toward her before sitting down. "You should have accepted my offer," he whispered. "It's too late now." Amara met his eyes for only a second. Then she looked back toward the judge. Judge Miller listened without interrupting. When Richard finally finished, the courtroom became quiet. Arthur Pendleton, Amara's attorney, slowly rose from his seat. Unlike Richard's lawyer, Arthur carried only a single blue leather folder. He approached the bench. "Your Honor," Arthur said calmly before discussing support payments, "we believe ownership of the assets should first be established." Judge Miller accepted the folder. He opened the first page. Then another. Then another. The room remained silent except for the turning of paper. Richard smiled confidently. His lawyer leaned back, convinced nothing inside the folder could possibly matter. Several long minutes passed. Judge Miller removed his reading glasses. He looked directly at Richard's attorney. "Counsel." "Yes, Your Honor. Do you and your client truly believe Mr. Voss owns Vanguard Logistics?" The attorney blinked. "Of course." The judge tapped the documents. "That's interesting." He lifted one certified agreement. "According to these legally binding trust documents executed 30 years ago, every major corporate holding, every patent, and every commercial property associated with Vanguard Logistics belongs to a private holding company." Richard frowned. "So?" Judge Miller looked directly at him. "That holding company is owned exclusively by Mrs. Amara Voss." The courtroom became completely silent. Richard stared at the judge. "No. Double quotes." Judge Miller continued. "Reading the corporate headquarters." He flipped another page. "Owned by Mrs. Voss." Another page. "The intellectual property." Another page. "Owned by Mrs. Voss." Another. "The logistics software patents." Another. "The manufacturing licenses." Every answer